Alright, so we got the needle, the adjustable needle from Shelby. He gave me 2 of them, and we're going to go ahead and take the top off. This guy right here, I already got it started. Let's go ahead and get our screws out. Second screw. I feel like I need to pay attention to where these go, so I'm going to set them on the ground in an order that I can remember. Don't want to lose these guys. 3, and there's a special screw back in here. It's a different color than all the others. It holds on a bracket. If you want, you can come in on this side and see it. Come in over here. You got a different screw, and it holds this plate in right here. So just be mindful of that. I hope I don't lose anything by doing this, because there is a support bracket. Get my big old fingers out of here. All right, there we go. Long screw comes out. Let's see here. That's in the way. Well, we may have to remove the screw down in here to get to this thing in order to make sure it seals back up the correct way. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. Ooh, I don't want to tear anything. All right. We're gonna go ahead and undo these, the breather system, pull this off, and we'll get to the carburetor. We'll be back in a minute. All right, so I ended up taking off the breather system, and I took apart the carburetor. This comes out the top. Needle fits in here like this. Down in there. Needle fits in. And then this piece goes in, not like that. That's incorrect. It's in like that. So, all right. So what we're gonna do is we're going to change the needle out. So, down at the Ride Factory, Shelby helped me out. Sent me home with 2 different needles. One's for a twin, one's for a Sportster. So he said he believes the red one is for the twin. So let's see. Yep, that's it. That's the one. So he said to start in the middle. So we're going to set that C-clip is on the middle channel there. And then we're going to take this washer and put it over it. Apparently that's really important. Says the smart guy that helped me. So we're going to do what the smart guy told me to do. Set that down in there like that. That's tight. That's not going in there. So maybe it's the other one. Let's see. Let's see if the blue one just slides down in there. Neither of them fit down in there. Oh, well, maybe we're not going to do this today. Whatever, we'll put it back together.
Bro.
It's okay. All right.
An experiment for a later date.
Well, so I think these are not the right ones. That's okay though. We can use parts from it. I took the additional washer that was sitting on top of this, and I put it in the underneath here. I'll show you. So went ahead. Whoops, 1 second. It really doesn't take much. This little tiny washer, that thickness right there, could fix my problem. It's close. super close. So I'm going to put it back together that way. There is one important thing that you have to do, is you have to make sure that this right here, this seal, seats down in perfectly. So I'll bring you back with that picture here in a minute. You have to make sure that this seals completely, because this is what seals off the top gap, or seals off the top cover. So I've got it way down in there, perfectly set. Making sure with my finger that it's right. Sometimes you gotta finger it. Get it right there. My wife is not amused. Alright, I got a little springy there. We gotta introduce our little your cat. Oh, I was looking right at the cat. Alright. Have my wife come hold this. There's a little piece right here on the top of the lid your spring goes into. And you just set it down on here very carefully. Make sure my seal is still good. That's what I'm worried about. Alright. Gotta finesse her down. Should be good. Just gonna get our screws back in. Get one of them started at least, so I don't lose our cap. Right. Throw one here. Third one. I get my screws started. They don't need to be perfectly tight yet. I just gotta get them. There we go. Go, and there we go. Now we got to reattach this bracket on this side for the carburetor. Now we got to reattach this bracket. So I'm just going to pop her out. There we go. Right here, this little lever down in here will hang up. That screw pushes on that lever. So perfect. Give her a good and tight. That's how the German boys like it. Start our screw. Get this down real fast. Give her the old. I didn't see Shelby put a whole bunch of oomph on this the first time, so I'm pretty sure you don't gotta kill it, but you gotta get it tight. Alright. Sure this sounds good. Alright. So let's go ahead and put our carburetor back in place. We need to grab ourselves the breather kit next. And this is going to be oily, so good luck with that. It's important that you get your shims back in place. I lost one there. So you've got a shim on the bolt first. Then you got another copper washer. Then you've got your breather, I don't know what you call that, maybe a balancer? I don't know. Slide that back on. Reattach this to the motorcycle. Just get it started. Just finger banging in there. Right. A bunch of oil on my hands. That's okay. I pull it to the front like this because that bolt has a special shape to it. You're going to end up starting to get hung up on it. So once I feel that, I didn't find it that time. That's good, but I'm sure I'll find it on this one. Yep, there it is. And then we'll adjust and put it on. These breather bolts are not that particularly strong. So get yourself a short wrench like this. And don't flip and hang on them. Boom, that's it. There we go. Get this one. That's it. If you think it's too tight, don't go any tighter, that's for sure. You're gonna be hating your life. I need some blue Loctite. Give me 1 second. Grab some blue Loctite.
Oh, I think you might have a helper come.
The dog
Nope.
don't help. The dog is not a helper.
She thinks she is.
She can think all she wants. Yes, you're supposed to degrease these and clean them down. Well, I'm gonna wipe it down. All right, so we went ahead and put in we gotta line our carburetor up here. The plate. Here we are. Right. Get these two. Some blue Loctite on them, even though I'm probably gonna have to do this job again, but if I get it back up and running tonight, then it's good enough for me. It'll be a little bit better than it was.
Yep.
Alright, so we're just kind of getting these pretty tight. We're not doing a final torque on them. We're just getting them down there. We want to make sure everything's centered up correctly. Everything's nice and centered up. I'm going to loosen these bolts again. Probably don't need to, but I am, just to make sure everything's completely square. Don't want that. Don't want to cause an issue. Okay. That's it. Too much, you'll break that breather bolt off inside. That's it. That's all she wrote. All right, now we're gonna do our final torque on the other pieces. Get them tight. I don't have a torque spec. I'm sure there is one, and as Pedro says, you should probably use your torque spec so you don't mess it up. But we're not doing anything wild here. We're just getting it Good and tight. Yep. 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 That's it. All right. Let's go ahead. Grab this. On the correct way. It's always helpful. Which is that way. Grab our bolts here. Need some Allen keys. Just let me grab that real fast. It's the winner. Again, we're not cranking them down. Not trying to kill nothing here. But it will vibrate loose if you don't get it tight enough. So we're gonna, that's it. That's it. That's it. Now, put on our cover. Double check while we can see things. Tight bolt, tight bolt, tight bolt, tight bolt. I'm gonna double check them while I'm here. Yep. 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 And yep. We got these tight. I know those are tight. Bolts underneath are tight. Just gotta be careful. Make sure you pay attention to what you're doing. Taking your time. Air cleaner cover off. Put it back on. Straighten it up. That's it.
Looking good.
All right. Now you're all right, so I don't want to take the tank down yet because we won't know it's going to work. So, that should be okay. Let's open the garage door and roll it outside.
All right.
All right, so we got it outside. You like my ghetto tank lift? It's the new Dyna look. But let's take it out. Just an old box I had. Rest it down. I'm not gonna screw it in place yet because I don't know if I need to do anything else. So, fuel on, battery on. It's 8 o'clock, so we're not too big of jerks for doing this. All right, so it turns over, cranks. That's what's most important right now. Now I've got to get it out. I've got to run it tomorrow, and I need to check and see if the plugs are white or if they turn caramel. We'll see what happens. If not, we're going to do it the ghetto way. We're going to put those shims underneath it and try and fix it. It's supposed to pull that slide up, let more fuel in so it's not so lean. So, well, we'll write it tomorrow, but for tonight, thanks for watching. Subscribe. I've never done that before. I always forget. And see y'all on the next one.